Okay, so I accidentally had it on the wrong one. Can y'all hear me now? I had it set on the wrong microphone. For some reason, it was set on the camera microphone. Okay, I was just chatting away and y'all couldn't hear a thing I was saying. Yes, Sandra, happy belated birthday. Okay, let's start over. Hi, Connie. Hi, Granny. Margie. Welcome. So glad all of y'all are here. Hopefully this is not what my day is going to go like today. Okay, let's start over. I was cleaning my craft room the other day and I thought that I had finished these. These were doorways that I got from Temu. And apparently I hadn't finished them. So I pulled those out today to work on. I pulled these out today to work on and try to get them finished. So anyway, this is what I am working on. I think Diamond Art Club has something like these doorways now. I'm sure that these are just stock pictures. They don't look like an artist or anything, so. Hi, Denise. How are you? Anyway, so and I have actually started using the GemsFlow app again, just as something to kind of keep up with my WIPs and stuff. The last time I used this, I don't remember it having a timer on it where you could hit start and stop. I could be wrong. Maybe I just didn't see it before, but I like that. So I'm going to start working on this. Stardust is already down here. She hears me talking. So she's down here trying to get in my lap. She's being one of these little attention getters today. I wanted to show y'all a picture. I did have this on here. I'll start that timer here in a minute. I took some pictures of her in my living room. Okay, there's one of them. And then there's her slowly sneaking over. And see her trying to reach for my tray. And then I had to stop her because she actually got a hold of my tray. Yes, I did not know that. I don't know if it's new or it's something that they just added, but it's there. I thought maybe I had missed it before. But see, right here, you just hit the start timer button and then it'll go to where it says stop timer. Apparently. Yeah, she gets mad at me whenever I won't let her on my desk. I came in there yesterday and she was laying right in the middle of the diamond painting that I was working on. I'd gotten up for just a minute and she was right there. It's just once you hit the project started, then all you have to do, like I don't have very many in here right now because I took that sticky off of there, so I don't want to. So I started. I've just recently started adding stuff to it again, but then you just click on like this mini doorway, and the start timer is right up there at the top. And then you can scroll down, and it has a time tracking section. So I don't know. I just logged into it the other day and found that, so maybe it's new. Okay, so I was going to use this tray that I did the unboxing on yesterday. Hi, Jeannie. How are you? But I will show you the reason I'm not going to use it. Here are the drills for this painting. And this is the one that I unboxed yesterday. Now, it does line them up nicely, just like that. So that is not the problem with this tray. The problem is these are in the bottles. Okay. And this particular one, I'm afraid that I am going to spill the drills because the spout on this is so thick. So if you're using like the Elizabeth Warden stuff, I don't think you would have trouble with it, but I just don't like whenever I'm pouring them back in if the spout doesn't fit in there pretty well. So I'm going to switch to the Diamond Art Club tray. Margie, the no sound was my fault. It wasn't you. It was because I had it set to the wrong microphone and didn't realize it. I get that way at times too, Granny. There's times I can't not type anything. But anyway, I'm so excited, and I know that this is going to be the longest weekend ever. I thought I brought my other pen in here. Apparently, I did not, so I will just use this one. It's just a purple pen, purple and blue one. I've got wax in here somewhere, I think. Is it over there? No, it's behind me. Okay. I do have wax in case I need it. But I am so excited because I actually booked my camping trip for my birthday. We are going to be leaving on Tuesday. And this is a campground that I have never been to before. So hopefully I have signal up there. So if I do, I will definitely go live next Saturday. But if I don't, then I might not be able to. I don't know. I'm not going to say which campground it is until I get back for safety reasons. I know all of y'all in here are okay, but there's some people that I just don't want to know. So anyway, I can't wait for that. So this is going to be the longest weekend at work because I will be there from the 24th until like the 4th or 5th. So Josh will be there with me the first. He'll be there with me from Tuesday to Friday, and then he has to leave and go back to work. And he'll work that weekend that my birthday is, because I always take the weekend of my birthday off. And then he will come back up there on Wednesday. So I will have 4 days all to myself. Hi, Jen. How are you? Welcome. So I am so excited about that. I hope I do have signal, because if I do, I may try to go live more than once, but I definitely want to upload some videos while I'm there. The only problem is I've heard that it's supposed to be raining while I'm there. But that's okay. I don't mind that in the slightest. Where did I see those other sixes? There. But I don't know. I tried to record my Spangler stash like 3 times this week. And it seemed like every time I did, I kept getting interrupted. So I don't know if I'm going to take them with me, take all of them with me. That might be a little bit much. Or if I might just take the 4 that I'm interested in doing and do those first. And then just making like 3 videos of 4. So I don't know. We will see once that time comes. But I'm really, really excited for that. I've had the kids a little bit, or not as much as last week, but they've been here a couple of days. And then yesterday, I forgot. I went ahead and got this done because I knew that I was not going to be able to complete it during the live tomorrow. And I had to wait on Joshua to get off work. Let me zoom this out so maybe y'all can see it. But this is the calendar page for March. It is so pretty. But I was a little bit disappointed in this one, because it seems like I've moved all of these down here, and you can't really see it as much in the camera. But I've moved them all trying to cover up the white spots, and then they just kind of migrate back to where they were at. But it's only on the green and the black that's done that. The rest of the colors are fine. So I don't know. Yes, I will eventually get that recorded. I'm thinking about just taking 4 of them, and then we'll pick out of those 4 which one I'm going to start on. Because I definitely want to have one of those to work on while I'm there. I'll probably take one of those, and I will take 2 sets of minis. I've got this set of minis, which I just unboxed, and then I've got some Amazon minis that I have recorded and haven't posted yet. But I will be posting those soon as well, and I might take one of those sets. You are screaming. Why? But I am just so excited about getting to go camping. Oh, okay. I guess I missed that. But yeah, I'm just so excited. But um anyway, I get to use my new stapler tonight, even though it's not quite the color I thought I ordered, but it's definitely bright. And I'll definitely know which one's mine at work. But last time I bought one, it was a full-size stapler like that. But last time I bought one of that particular brand, it lasted me for like a year and a half. Which for me, that is really good for a stapler because I use it constantly at work. And then I haven't tried the trays yet. You know what? Let's see. I'm not going to re-kit this up, but let me grab one of those trays that I unboxed yesterday and see how well these work. They do open a little bit. Here, you want out? There you go. They do open a little bit easier than the other ones, but it takes a little more effort to close them. So let's see how well these work. I thought that they were very interesting because of the dots in them. I've never seen a tray like that with the dots like that. But I don't know about squares, how well it's going to work for squares because they're kind of like angled in there. It'll work if you are single placing. I think that these would be better for rounds, but I don't know how well y'all can see that. See how they're kind of angled? So I will know not to kit up a square drill painting in those. But these are interesting. I don't think I'll buy another set of them, but I'll still use these. Yes, perfect for you and Granny. Because they're not bad. I did pour whenever I think I did that on the video. I poured some rounds in there. They're interesting, that I will say. Okay, so let's zoom this back in a little bit anyway. Yeah, I am just so excited about this week. And I do have some more Amazon unboxings to do. I went a little crazy this week. So, and got some Amazon stuff, and I've got 2 more videos recorded on the minis that I did in my car last weekend. I thought I posted one of them, but apparently I did not. One of them is edited and ready to go. I just have to schedule it. And then the other one I've got to edit. Good morning, Miss Lizard. How are you? Yes, birthday shopping. That's what happens whenever I got bored and was just looking on Amazon, trying to figure out what I was going to do. I will try to get those unboxings done. I might record another one. I seem to do better about recording for the smaller hauls in my car before I go into work. I can get them done. and then go back and edit them later. And I still have to do a completion video soon. I'm waiting until I get the ladybug done, which it's a little over halfway done. Because I did finish the lighthouse that Miss Bell gave me. So I finished it, and then hopefully I can get these doorways, what I have left in there, and the ladybug, and then I'll do a completion video that has woodland panorama. And since I didn't put the firefly fireworks on the last one, I'll put it on that completion video. And then just a few small ones. And then I'll probably combine that with a WIP video to give you an update on all the WIPs. This one I got from Temu, but I think that they have some at least very similar to these on Diamond Art Club. They have the doorways on Diamond Art Club. But I'm pretty sure I got these off of Temu well, it's been a couple years. It's probably been a year since I've even ordered from them. But this is whenever I first started ordering from Temu. And I thought I had completed these, but I hadn't. And I found them while I was cleaning my craft room. In fact, this isn't the only painting that I found while cleaning my craft room. I found one that I had started whenever I first started diamond painting, and before I knew anything about the licensing and stuff. And I'm sure that it's a copy of Mandy Manzano's. I'm not going to throw it away because I already purchased it. I might as well do it. But it's Beauty and the Beast dancing on the dance floor. Of course, it's nowhere as big or as nice as the Diamond Art Club ones, but I found that back there that I'd been working on and never finished it. I think I started it at one point whenever my mom was in the hospital and just never finished it. I found the drills and all to it, so I will probably finish that one. It probably won't go on my channel, but I'll probably try to finish that one and just give it away. Yeah, I've found a few things that I'm probably going to give away as well while I was doing that. We had the insurance inspector come and look at my craft room in the back. I can't. Whenever we had all that snow, it was like a waterfall in there. It was just leaking in several spots all over the room, and it's leaked before on one side, but never the other side. So they came and looked at it, and they're not going to cover the roof part of it because I guess it was leaking because of age. But they are going to cover the damage inside that it did. So we'll have to get that fixed, which It's okay. We'll just have to figure out a way to put a new roof on that back room. We're wanting to get a metal roof on it, so hopefully it'll last longer. We got that roof put on that, and we have always had trouble with that particular roof, even whenever we got the new one put on it years ago. We had to call them back like 3 or 4 times to fix it because it was still leaking. But it is a flat roof on that particular room, so it gives us a lot more issues. So hopefully we can get a metal roof put on it at some point. For now, we'll end up tarping it off and see what we can do. And these little, for this being a little Temu canvas, these drills aren't bad. They're not Diamond Art Club drills, but they're not bad. For squares, I'm not having any gapping or anything like that with them. So it just goes to show that some budget squares are okay. Yeah, I was looking on Diamond Art Club. When was it? Yesterday? And it was all I could do not to not hit the buy button. I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna buy any right now. I don't need to. So instead, I go over to Amazon and buy a bunch of stuff that I probably could have got the painting that I was wanting for the same price. But I'm okay with that. I needed some little projects to work on in between the bigger ones. I still got to do my Coca-Cola special drill one. Julie, that is my favorite one out of all of those that you sent me was the one with the Coca-Cola. I've always collected Coca-Cola stuff. I was looking at the haunted house and there was one of the other castles. Oh, I don't know if the other one's in stock, but it's Home is Where the Magic Is or something like that. It's both of them were Spanglers. And I was looking for those. And I almost bought the one along with the little colorful trays, and I had it in my cart, and I was like, nope, I'm not going to do it. And I actually did not do it. I'm going to wait until I finish at least a couple paintings of my bigger ones before I get another one. Now, all bets are off if the bookstore one comes back in stock. Because as soon as that one comes back in stock, I will be pressing the buy button. Yes, I love that Coca-Cola one. That one, I loved all of them, but that Coca-Cola one is my favorite, and I still got to complete it. I was going to take it with me yesterday to work on, but then I was like, I need to complete this calendar page because otherwise I will not get it done. So I went ahead and did that, and I got almost all of it completed while I was waiting on him to get off work. In fact, I didn't even leave the parking lot. I just parked over in the corner of the parking lot and worked on that while he was at work. He was only scheduled for like 2.5, 3 hours, and he ended up working a little bit over that. So at least well, I loved it. I absolutely loved that one. And I will be completing it soon. In fact, I'll probably take that with me. Whenever we go camping, I'm praying I've got to look up some charge spots up there for my car to make sure that there's some places that I can charge my car along the way. But I'm going to take my car with me. That way, whenever Josh leaves to go to work, I will have a way to get around if I need to. So, hopefully, I will be able to do that. Um, there are Tesla chargers all over the place. And I really need to go to Nissan and buy the adapter to where I can charge at Tesla's chargers. But that adapter it by itself is like $200. Hi Tita, how are you? And so I've got to look along the way and make sure that there are some regular chargers like at Walmart or somewhere like that. A lot of the Walmarts have the electric car charging stations. And as long as I can get up there, I can actually plug my car into the camper to get a few miles on it while Josh is there. Now, it won't charge it to full, just charging from the campsite, but it'll be enough to get me wherever I need to go if I have to do it that way. Let's see. What color do I want to do next? How about the cues? See, I am so used to just leaving my drills in the tray that I just closed that up and was going to grab the next tray. Bye, Julie. I'm sorry I didn't miss you saying bye. You have a wonderful weekend. But okay, let's get out this one instead of keeping them in the tray like I'm used to. I'm not used to using the bottles hardly anymore. But anyway, what else? There was something else I was going to tell y'all about, and I cannot remember what it was. I need to learn to start taking notes. So Granny, have you gotten your metal cart put together yet? Or are you still waiting on your son to help you with it? Because I absolutely love my metal carts. In fact, I've got one that I have not put together yet that I'm going to take with me, and it's going to be left in the camper so that I can have one in there. I can store it underneath the table in there whenever I'm not using it, so it'll be okay. And I bought an air fryer for the camper yesterday. It was just one of the little cheap ones, but I wanted something that I could cook in whenever it was just me at the camper, because I am not good at grilling stuff outside. That's just not something that I can do very well. I can do hot dogs and hamburgers, and that's about it. But I got that so that I can make some little quick and easy stuff. Yes, I love my air fryer here at the house. I make little. In fact, with my diet, I can't really have a lot of like pizzas, but I found out that I could use a bagel, those little keto bagel thins, and shred up some. I'll toast it first, and then I will shred up some cheese and put a little bit of pizza sauce on it, and then pepperonis, and I can make me some little mini pepperonis in there, or mini pepperonis, some little mini pepperoni pizzas in the air fryer, and they are so good. I make those. I bake chicken in the air fryer all the time. I used to fix a lot of like the shake and bake chicken legs, but I haven't been making those recently in the air fryer, so I might try those again. I'll have to check and see if I can have them. Yes, they're sort of like bagel bites, except they're a smaller or a bigger version of them. The bagel, it's a full-size bagel, but it's just not as thick as a regular bagel. But it does remind me a lot of bagel bites. I remember I used to beg my mom whenever I was younger to get me those all the time. And she would occasionally, but most of the time she didn't. And it wasn't because she didn't want to. They were just too expensive to buy. But I did go and see my mom yesterday, and it was a good day for her. She actually knew who I was as soon as I walked in the door, and we had a really good conversation the whole time. And I know this sounds bad, but sometimes I dread going there, not because I don't want to see her, because I do, but because I don't know if she is going to remember who I am. But she was actually doing really good yesterday, and I used to bring her ice cream all the time. And she quit eating it, so I quit bringing it. Well, yesterday she said ice cream sounds really good, so I told her next time I come to visit her, I will bring her some ice cream. So hopefully she will remember that. Um, but yeah, she had a really good day. I sat there for about 45 minutes and we had a conversation and just talked, and it was like she never had any problems at all. So it was a really good day with her yesterday. And I did that after I got back from bringing Joshua home from work. Okay, let's see. Is that all the cues? I'm probably missing some, but I will be taking this to work with me tonight, and this is what I'll work on during lunch. Maybe I can get these completed this weekend. Yeah, it bothers me sometime to go down there because I know what she used to be like. And now all those changes, but I am really glad that she had a good day yesterday. Okay, let's do the R's. Which is that color? Yeah, I've got a bunch of these little cases like this, or not. I've got a bunch of all of them. I'm thinking about starting to use these for just my spare drills because I probably have enough to at least save my square drills in them. Yes, it can be very hard at times. But what else happened yesterday? Oh, by the way, Granny, you should be getting something in the mail today. I don't know when it'll be there today, but you should be getting something. It's not much, but I just had to send it to you. But what else happened? I don't know what else that I can think about. Okay. Tell you what I will do right now. I haven't done this in a long time, but I'm going to copy Granny for a minute, as long as you don't mind. I've got just a few comments on here, and I know that there was some other stuff that I was going to talk about, and I cannot remember what it was. I'm going to have to start making notes. Okay. And these are just ones that I've gotten on the one that I released yesterday. I've already answered all the other ones. Um, let's see. Kathy G said, "Cool purchases. Keep us posted on how the trays work out, like the light." And if y'all haven't seen that video, I'm gonna try to be good today. Um, if y'all haven't seen that video, I got another half moonlight, but this one is one that has the flexible part to it, and you just hook it to your desk. Now, my desk in there, it won't work out really well for that desk because the metal on the side of the desk is about that tall. And then on the other side, it's hollow. So I can't really use it on my desk in there, but this table that I'm sitting at here, it would work just fine, or a TV tray one, it would work just fine. So I like it. It's just not going to be good for that particular desk. It'll work for the camper. So I'm going to give a better review on that while I'm camping. But so far, I like the fact that I can move it forward and backwards and turn the light a little bit to where I need it at. But I got two different half moonlights. I got that one, and I got a smaller travel size one, which will be on the next Amazon haul. That's just like the other ones, but it's not foldable. It was cheaper. Yes, and that's mainly what I bought it for, was the camper. So I will definitely keep you informed on the trays. Um, those trays do not work very good for me for square drills. Round drills are okay, especially if you single place or have a bunch of confetti. I like all of my moonlights, and I have like 4 different places that I normally diamond paint. Um, the other one that I got that'll be on the next haul, I will probably be keeping down at the shop so that I will have one down there, but to be honest, it's smaller than I thought it was going to be. A lot smaller. But y'all will see that on the next haul. I haven't really taken it out of the box, but just from the box size, I can tell it's a lot smaller. So that one could be one that would be good in the camper as well. But that'll be the next one. Okay, Okie Diamonds 2025. Great haul. Thanks for sharing. Thank you so much for watching, Okie Diamonds, if you happen to watch the replay. And then Margie said, nice items from Amazon. Thanks for sharing. Thank you so much, Margie. I wanted to get more videos posted, but it seems like I just don't have enough hours in the days here lately to get all the videos out that I want to. But let's go ahead and try to get these R's done before. And I'll answer those on my app as well at some point tonight, I hope. If not tonight, it'll be tomorrow. I try to answer all of my comments. Sometimes it does take me a little bit. It is very hard to fit everything in. And this morning I was going to try to sign up for that 7-day free trial, or not free, but $1 for StreamYard. And it kept giving me an error. So I guess I will not be doing that special, and it's probably good that it did that because that's not the plan I wanted anyway. And I would hate to forget about it and it just up and charged me for the most expensive plan after that 7 days was up. So it is probably a good thing. No, well, it is not it's just like a 7-day trial, and I was going to do it just to try some of the new features out that they have. It was $1 for 7 days. Yeah, I want it for the middle one. And that one wouldn't work anyway. So it was probably a good thing that it aired because being my luck, I would have forgot. And then I would have had a big bill on that I really didn't need. Let's see. This is actually, I like this little Timu diamond painting. These are not bad at all. I don't know if they still have these on there. I would tell you I would try to link them in the description once this posts to YouTube, but I have not been on the Timu app in like a year. And I don't plan on buying anything from Timu anytime soon. Not because it's a bad site, it's not. It's just I go a little crazy on there. So it's best if I just stay away from Timu. And I've also got to, that's what I can do next week while I'm up there if I have signal. I'm going to try out the Streamlabs because their system has a paid one too. And I want to try out the free one to see how well I like it. And I keep meaning to, but I always set up my streams at the very last minute. And so it's just I go directly to StreamYard instead of that. But next week I should have plenty of time that I can try it out. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So hopefully I'll have a pop-up live at some point during the week. Maybe at some point on my birthday. I believe that's Sunday. I might do a birthday live after, at some point after Granny's live. I think that would be kind of fun. And I will have the whole camper to myself, so there won't be anybody there to bother me. But all of that is depending on whether I have cell signal or not. Because whenever I go to a brand new campground to me, I never know how good the signal's going to be. Yes, Temu is definitely a rabbit hole. I have been purchasing a lot on Amazon lately, though. Like I said, I still have a few things to unbox, and I've got a few recorded. So hopefully I'll have plenty of time to do all those. So if I don't have signal up there, y'all may end up getting a bunch of videos the week I get back. Or I might have to stretch them out over a certain amount of time. Let's see. I didn't even have time this week to do a coffee chat and WIP. Well, I could have done it yesterday, but I let my phone get to where it was almost dead. And I didn't charge my car the night before, so I could have charged it in my car, but it probably wouldn't have made that big of a difference. But whenever my miles on my car are that low, I don't like to do any extra stuff, and I didn't have my Jackery with me. So that's just how it worked out this week. I know, a bunch of excuses. um Yeah, yesterday I was in the living room diamond painting, and Stardust, y'all know how attention getting she is. How much she wants her time and her attention. Well, she kept trying to get closer and closer to the spot that I was actually working on my diamond painting. And I kept telling her no, telling her to get down, and she was just inching closer and closer. So finally, I picked her up, put her down off the table, and not 10 minutes later, she is back up there, and I think she does this on purpose. I have this little box that has 3 little sections in it. And I have some little cups in there with like multi-placers, my metal multi-placers, some cut up dryer sheets in case I need them and all that. It's not a very big one, but it does have a lot of multi-placers on it. And I didn't see her do it, but I can just imagine her taking her little paw and being mad at me and just swiping it off of the table because it went off of the table, and I had multi-placers everywhere. I try to, yes. But I think that that was just her little mischievous side coming out. So I had to go through there, and I had them separated out to where I had the metal multi-placers, and then I had the plastic ones and the four placers, which are one of my favorite ones. Is the four placer, the two placer, and I'm beginning to really like this three placer. But she does, and she picks. It's like as soon as I get up in the morning, while Josh is in there, because normally Josh is up a little bit before me, and I set up the coffee to make it before I go to bed, and then he just has to turn it on in the morning. So whenever I get up, the coffee's already made. And he says that she does not make a peep. She doesn't come over there to him, nothing. And then as soon as she hears me, it's like she starts meowing. She's over in my chair. Like today, she was actually laying in my chair in the living room because I go in there. This morning I was working on the ladybug canvas in there, and I go to sit down, and I have to look because a black chair with a black cat on it sometimes blends in. And I've almost sat on her a few times. Well, she was in that chair. I had to move her. And then this craft room right here, which is actually the playroom until summertime gets back here. It's a craft room. But anyway, the door to this room was open. So I come in here whenever I'm getting ready to set everything up. And where is she at? She's in my chair in here, and I have to move her. So I love her to death, though. I don't know what I would do without her, but there are times. She is very sneaky and a character, yes. Okay, we are actually at 59 minutes already. We're up, well, it's closer to an hour. So I want to say thank you to all of y'all who stopped by. Um, I'm sorry about the beginning with no sound. Next time I will check that out. Everyone take care, and hopefully I'll be able to see you next week. I will try to make a post if I can't. If you don't see a post, then I will be having my live next week. Everyone take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.